Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Ronnie Show. This is episode number 93, and it's November 26, 2022. So glad you could be with us here tonight. Tonight's going to be a bit differently in terms of the scheduling, because I had to move back Bloopers and Practical Jokes again one more week. So yeah, I do apologize for that I keep on having to move it back, but at least with Thanksgiving and stuff, yesterday I was out of town for pretty much the whole entire day, so I up until dinner time, and then once we left, we went to our restaurant we always go to every Friday. So yeah, that's that. And we didn't get back home until about 9:30 at night, and by then I was way too tired to do anything. So anyway, we are here. What's special about today is right after this, we're going to go straight into the broadcast of the Muskies game against Tri-City. It will start tonight 3 minutes later than it usually does, just so you know. And that will be the case for all Saturday home games unless, I'm able to make it at a reasonable time. So for now, it'll be at 3 minutes later than it usually starts, and then we'll do the starting lineups and the national anthem and, stuff like that, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, unless I get there, 2 to 3 minutes, or if we're, up at our seat, a minute before we're supposed to go on air, then I'll do it like that. But for now, it will start at 11:58, or excuse me, 6:58, 5:58 Central Time. So yeah, just so you know, and if I switch up, the scheduling, then I will do that. So yeah, anyway, Youngstown, or we'll get to some USHL action. Tri-City's in town tonight, and then we'll have college football, NFL football this week, and of course with Thanksgiving, NHL, and then NBA stuff, and then we'll do like sort of the main points of our pregame show here in this episode. That's all coming up right here, right now. So we'll take a look at the USHL last night's games. Youngstown beat Team USA 6-1. Muskegon beat Madison by a score of 8-3. Just ignore these virus thingies. I mean, they're fakes. These pop up all the time. Well, they have for like the past week, and I could say it's a fake. I mean, they've popped up in the past, and nothing has happened to my computer. So I'm almost positive they're scams. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And then Lincoln beat Des Moines 3-2. Fargo beat Omaha by a score of 6-3. And then Tri-City beat Sioux Falls 6-3. And then Dubuque beat Chicago in overtime by a score of 4-3. And then tonight's games, we'll have Omaha and Fargo once again, and then Tri-City will be in town too as well. Lincoln will be at Sioux Falls. Team USA will be at Youngstown once again tonight. Madison will be at Muskegon, and then Waterloo will be at Cedar Rapids. Chicago will be at Green Bay, and then Des Moines will be at Dubuque. So yeah, we'll get to the Tri-City Sioux City game here coming up in just a few moments. About 5, 6, 7 minutes from now, we'll get into that. Skip to main content. Yeah, I don't know about these scam of ads, I'll tell you that right now. Here it is. I had it. Okay, there we go. 2:22 left to go in the fourth. Georgia is most likely going to pull out the win against Georgia Tech 37-14. Ohio State, they're coming back 31-23. The score with 7 minutes left to go in the fourth. It is definitely not over yet. South Carolina may be looking for an upset against Clemson, 31-30. That's the score right now. Kentucky is beating Louisville right now, 7-0. Auburn's leading Alabama, Auburn will be at Alabama. The Iron Bowl coming up here in just a few moments. Oregon will be at Oregon State. it's rivalry week here. So Iowa State is at TCU, Michigan State's at Penn State, Utah's at Colorado, LSU is at A&M, UCF is at Florida, Notre Dame's at USC, Tennessee's at Vanderbilt, Kansas is at Kansas State, and then Washington will be at Washington State later tonight. Thursday night, Mississippi beat Ole Miss 24-22. And then yesterday's games, we had some good ones on. Florida State beat Florida 45-38, and then NC State beat North Carolina 30-27 in double overtime. UCLA beat California 35-28. Tulane beat Cincinnati 27-24, and then Texas beat Baylor 38-27. NFL scores. Well, it's week 12, and we just had a big Thanksgiving slate of games. We had Buffalo at Detroit, 28-25 final. Buffalo beat Detroit. And then Cowboys beat the Giants by a score of 28-20. Then Vikings, a great game to end the whole slate, 33-26 the final. As you know, we had that game here on my YouTube channel Thursday night. Go check it out. Live streamed the entire game from 8 p.m. Eastern time to just after 10:30. So it was a great stream, or 11:30, I should say, Eastern. It was 3 hours and 32 minutes, I believe. That was how long it was. Coming up Sunday, we have the Buccaneers at the Browns, the Bengals at the Titans, the Texans at the Dolphins, the Bears at the Jets, the Falcons are at the Commanders, the Broncos are at the Panthers, the Ravens are at the Jaguars. So not really very exciting games in the noon slot, not gonna lie. That's something else. The Chargers are at the Cardinals at 3. Raiders are at the Seahawks at 3. And then the Rams are at the Chiefs at 3:25. And then the 49ers are at the Saints also at 3:25. And then the Packers are at the Eagles. Yeah, okay. So not really a very exciting Sunday slate of games, especially with the Monday night game between the Steelers at the Colts. I think all the big exciting games that were supposed to be on TV were on Thursday, so yeah. NHL games yesterday. Boston beat Carolina 3-2 in overtime. The Canadiens beat the Blackhawks in a shootout 3-2. The Maple Leafs beat the Wild by a score of 4-3. The Capitals beat the Flames by a score of 3-0. The Senators beat the Ducks 5-1. The Penguins beat the Flyers 4-1. The Devils beat the Sabres 3-1. The Islanders beat the Blue Jackets 3-2. The Red Wings beat the Coyotes 4-3. The Lightning beat the Blues 5-2. The Kraken beat the Golden Knights 4-2. The Jets beat the Stars 5-4 in overtime. The Kings beat the Sharks 5-2. And the postponed game between Avalanche and the Predators. Or mute tab. I mean, Sean McDonough's a great play-by-play announcer, but, you know, should be more focused on me than him right now. The Oilers and the Rangers are tied up at 3 with 5 minutes to go in the third. The Flames are at the Hurricanes coming up in just a few moments. The Blue Jackets are at the the Blues are at the Panthers at 5:30. Now these are all Central Time games, by the way. The Blues are at the I already said that one. The Capitals are at the Devils. The Maple Leafs are at the Penguins. The Flyers are at the Islanders. The Stars are at the Avalanche, and then the Canucks at the Golden Knights, and the Blue Jackets Predators game's postponed once again. So yeah, NBA games. Yesterday, the Hornets beat the Timberwolves 110-108. The 76ers beat the Magic 107-99. In overtime, the Trailblazers beat the Knicks 132-129. The Celtics beat the Kings 122 to 104. The Pacers beat the Nets 128 to 117. The Heat beat the Wizards 110 to 107. The Rockets beat the Hawks 128 to 122. The Grizzlies beat the Pelicans 132 to 111. The Bucks beat the Cavaliers 117 to 102. The Thunder beat the Bulls 123 to 119. The Lakers beat the Spurs 105 to 94. The Suns beat the Pistons 108 to 102. The Warriors beat the Jazz 129 to 118, and then the Nuggets beat the Clippers 114 to 104. Tonight's games, there's only 5 games on tonight. Mavericks are at the Raptors coming up here in about an hour and a half from now. The Thunder are at the Rockets. The Lakers are at the Spurs. In fact, there's only 4 games on tonight. Wow, Jazz are at the Suns. Lazy NBA, I'm telling you that right now. Okay, you probably don't want to hear that ever again. My voice is so monotone right now. I don't know what that's all about, but excuse me, hopefully I'm getting my yawns out now. So I won't have to do that during the game tonight. But, yeah, we got Tri-City in town. As you can see, they're 7-9-0-1. That's 15 points. 4-5-0-1 in their last 10. Really nothing special about them. To be honest with you, I mean, God, what's his name? Evan Warner and Kieran Sebrian. That's like the only bright spots on the team, but we're going to ignore them for now. We're going to wait until tonight. And then Sioux City, they've won 4 straight games. I mean, they've really come back from being at such a low point to start the season. But 8-6-2, that's 18 points on the season. Hopefully, you know, we'll be able to keep that streak going tonight as we have Tri-City in town. Boy, Waterloo, 7 straight wins. That's just crazy, man. I'm telling you that right now. So, yeah, that's really all I got to say in terms of that. Except all I got to say is, like I said, tonight we'll be starting at 5:50 or at 6:50 or at 6:58, 5:58 Central Time. Just so you know, and that we'll have the lineups for that, and then the national anthem, and then yeah, other stuff too. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Oh, I'm gonna go take a nap, and we'll see you all later tonight, or we'll see you all, in fact, right now. The pregame show will start, or the part 2 of the pregame show will start right now.